Now that we've got our ELS going forward and working the way it's designed, I've moved my attention over to building a DRO for our cross slide. This is the very affordable DRO that I bought. I think it's 25 bucks, maybe 30 bucks. And these come in different sizes. I wanted something that was a little bit longer so that I had some area to cut down to make this fit for this project. We don't need a whole lot of travel here, but I wanted some extra space just for fine tuning. And these are the 3D printed arms that I've been playing around with. This was the first one, just to see if we could get this spacing right. And the way this is designed to fit is this just goes through here and sits down in there nice and tight, and then bolts through underneath of here. So first test, nice thing about 3D printing is you can make lots of trials and see what works best. And then I wanted to thicken this up, extend it out, make it wider this way, and then get the bolt hole here a little bit more in line. This was just a little bit off. So this was version 2. This came out really, really well. And this was just from a very cheap Creality 3D printer. I've been really impressed with the results from this, at least from that printer. So this piece is going to sit on there and give us some more space for our DRO. There's our version 2, actually this might be version 3, of our 3D printed arm for the DRO. And this seats nice and neatly on the top of these tangs here. And our hole is lined up really, really well, so we can bolt through on this side here and keep this nice and tight and secure. We've got enough clearance for our tailstock here for the stuff that I'm working on. And we've got enough clearance here to get our cutter all the way in. The plan for this at the moment is this will bolt down between my fingers here. So this will be attached through there. That little angle bracket came with the DRO, and that screws on to the bottom part of our slide. And then we will cut this down so that the end clip will mount to the back side of our arm. And the cool thing about 3D printers are you can do lots of test prints, lots of prototyping. So that was test number 1. Then we moved on to test number 2. And I wanted to cut out a channel that was in here. Then we moved into test number 3 and had to make a few more adjustments. And then I tried something totally different that totally didn't work. And then we got to our current one here, which lines up really, really well. This shows the simple setup for our latest 3D printed part. We've got our very affordable DRO, and I took off the end pieces here. These were attached to the end of the aluminum track right there. What we're going to do is this will sit on our 3D printed piece here. What we'll do is cut this off over on this side. So there'll be a cut through there. A hole will be drilled here and here. And then this will be attached to our 3D print here so that this can slide back and forth. And this shows the back side here. This bracket right here will attach to the side of the cover here on our cross slide. And then as our cross slide goes back and forth, this stays stationary, so our 3D printed part will stay put and the DRO will move back and forth, at least the reading head of it. There's the 3D printed piece sitting on our mount underneath, and the ease at which this goes on and off is really nice. We just have one bolt that goes through the holes right there, and that goes through the whole unit here, so that'll hold it down. The squared off top pieces of the aluminum here will keep it from moving back and forth, and our DRO unit will just sit on top. And because this is so easy to put on and off, we can very quickly take this off as well if we need to have some more access to things. This shows the DRO just sitting on the 3D printed part. Nothing has been attached yet. The next thing is to cut down the track to fit, drill some holes, and mount this onto our 3D printed part. Just a view of the underside of our carriage. So we're free sliding here. A look on the underside of our kind of carriage here. And I've got these loose at the moment because we're going to probably need to adjust this up and down a little bit depending on where this falls. But the next step is to put this on, put a bolt through here, and I think we're good to go. There's our $25 DRO with 3D printed parts all complete and working well. So if we come over here and we zero out our readout, we're on zeros, come down to our cross slide adjustment here, slowly turn this, and we are in business. Forward and back, of course. Very, very, very cool. This is sweet. I've never had a DRO on any equipment, so awesome. The next step will be to figure out where to mount this, find a nice angled bracket or something so that we can see this nice and easily. And this, in combination with the lead screw setup, which I'm still fine-tuning, is kind of coming together really well. It's neat to take an old machine like this, update it, tweak it, and do some custom changes to it. So very, very cool. This is just awesome. I'm having fun just moving this back and forth. Thanks very much for taking a look.